Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So today I'm bringing you a fancy fold card. This is a twisted easel card, and I made this for the Ink Stamp Share monthly blog hop, and that was our theme, fancy fold. And I am sort of casing my good friend Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. She made one of these sometime last year, I think it was, and I always wanted to try it. I've done mine opposite. Hers opened and went that way, and I went that way. That just seemed more natural to me. I don't know why. And so I've used the beautiful Oh So Ombre paper on this, and I have nearly used my entire packet because I loved it so much, and it's very rare for me to get through DSB. I'm a bit of a paper hoarder. So yeah, this is all I've got left, and you've got Rococo Rose and Granny Apple Green on the other side. I've made absolutely nothing with Granny Apple Green. Obviously I've used Rococo Rose, and I've used these two a lot, and I was going to use my last sheet of my favourite Blackberry Bliss on this, but I've decided I'm going to go Bermuda Bay actually, and because I want to save that. Just because, and I just might find myself doing another. Oh, I need two sheets. That's why I can't use that one, and I can't use that one because I haven't got two sheets. No. Well, that's. Oh, I have got two sheets of that. I was almost having a meltdown there, going, oh, I haven't got an envelope. So I'm going to do it in Bermuda Bay. So I have to do it in Bermuda Bay. It's the only one I've got two sheets of that left. So you need two 6x6 sheets. We will trim them down slightly. And of course, we're using the lovely Pretty Perennials and the dies to match for these beautiful sort of decorations. And the Happy Birthday comes from the well-written dies as well. And so do the little butterflies, which I thought went really, really well on this card. So let's get started. So we've got two sheets of Whisper White. It's now basic white, but I've still got, this was my last packet actually of the extra thick. So I'm using the thick stuff for the base, and then the ordinary for the top, the stamping and the die cutting. So let's cut it down. So it's not quite 6x6. You'd need a 12x12 to make it 6x6. But what we're doing is we're going to do 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we're going to cut this at 5 3/4. And then we're going to cut this down to 11.5. Now, if you're watching this and you're in America or Canada, I believe your paper is only 11 wide, so you will need 6x6. So you could make this 6x12 if you wanted to, but everyone else in the world can use our standard A4 for this. Put that in my little scraps. And then we're going to score it in half at, it's where I get myself confused. I'm going to cut the other one first. So we need a panel for the top, which is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we'll cut that down. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. There we go. And whilst we've got the trimmer, we may as well cut our mats. So this mat is going to be 5.5 by 5.5. So we just need to trim a little bit off each side. So do I want to take some off the dark or some off the light? Take some off the light. We could take 1/4 of each. I'm doing it that way. And then that will mat on there nicely. So 5.5, nearly went 5 3/4 there. It's got a few little strips. I might do something with those little strips. Don't like to waste. They certainly will be going in my packet, because I'm sure I can do something with that. Okay, so that's those mats sorted. And then for the easel, we are going to score it down at 5 3/4 to get our, it's thick, so I'm giving it a few goes. So that's our card base, which I shall give it a good burnish. I'm going to bring that in now. Now this is where I have to sort of think about it. So that's basically that for our card base, and then we need it to fold up from the bottom, so we need to diagonally score on that bit there. I guess it doesn't matter which side you do it on, it will then just dictate whether it's a left or a right, if you get what I mean. So we're going to put corner up there, corner down there, and we are going to score. You could do some scoreboard, but as I've got the trimmer, just going to do it on the trimmer. So just give that a fold and a burnish. So that is that, like so. Okay, so that is the basic construction, and then obviously we're going to glue the bits on. So that will be held up like that with a stopper, and then we take our panel and that gets glued on the front there. And we are the opposite way round to that one. See what I mean? Let's try it the opposite way round. Obviously, if you're going to do it the other way, you could fold it like that, then it would be that way. But let's do it the opposite way, and then we can see the difference. Actually, that'll look quite nice in the photos, actually facing each other. So yeah, I'm glad I did that. Happy accident. And then obviously we're going to glue that to the inside there. So let's get all our stamping done. So we've got a nice big bit left. I've got my, oh, that was me putting my bone folder in my little desk tidy and actually missing completely and it going on the floor. So I've got those 3 flowers mounted up. I've got my Bermuda Bay, and I need 2 of the big ones. I might need to bring my stamp mat in. I'm not sure if this is going to be good enough for this. So yeah, it's fine. So 2 of these. When I did this, I just did loads, and so I had loads spare, but now I've like kind of decided on where they all go. It makes doing subsequent ones easier. So I need 3 of these. I do love this bundle, and if you buy a bundle you save 10%. So if you want the stamp set and dies, by buying them together in a bundle, you save 10%. They're only in a bundle when they first appear in the catalogue. 1, 2, 3 of these. So if they carry over to the annual catalogue, which is coming sooner than you think, they will no longer be at the 10% discount. Stick that one in the centre there. So that's all the stamping. Obviously the sentiment is done in a die. So these are the dies and they fit lovely. So we've got this big one here, and it's just a matter of twisting it round until you find where it fits. There, like so. So you kind of look, that one's got like a 3 prong and that one's got like a not, you know, wavy line. This one, you've got one that's a bit more squarish, which is that one, and then that fits nicely. And then you've got 2 of these to make it much easier, and you've got one that's like this funny little slant up, which is there. So that makes it easier for putting that on there. And I say we've got 2, so I can cut 2 of them out at the same time, and that saves a bit of time doing that. And then we need 3, can't even pick them up, 3 of these leaves here. So I'll cut 3 of those out, and we're going to cut some of these leaves as well. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these I'm cutting out. And then we'll need some Bermuda Bay, and we're going to cut 2 coronaviruses out of Bermuda Bay, and we're cutting some more of those. We're going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, and we're going to cut our happy birthday, and we're cutting 3 little butterflies as well. So 3 little butterflies, and happy birthday, there we go. That's super. So that is all what we're going to die cut. So I'm going to get those all cut out, and oh, and we're cutting one of these. Forgot about that. We're cutting one of these as well. Okay, I'll probably need a little bit more cardstock. So that's them all die cut, and I only need a little bit for birthday. I managed to get them all cut out of that one piece there, and yeah, so quite pleased with that. So now we need to start putting them together. So each of those ones need one of these little ones stuck in the middle, and each of these need one of them and a coronavirus. Don't you think that looks, well, I think it does. There we go, that on there, and that's all the joining up to do. So I'll get them glued. So that's them all stuck together. So now we can decorate our card. So I'm going to stick it on the DSP first before I stick the panel on. So we've got happy birthday, and a butterfly. We've got this sort of framing the bottom like so. We're going to have these sort of either side. We've got a bit of a flower there coming out, bit of a flower there, and then a big one popping in the middle, and then kind of put a couple of these leaves round where there was other flowers, just to sort of finish it off. And I felt like we got needed something there, so that's where there is another butterfly, and I might put in another leaf like so, and then on the bottom panel we want the pattern to be around here, or actually we need to double check the folding because I think this one's going the opposite direction, isn't it? So we want it around here, so that's going to go on there, the stopper's going to be there, so we want it coming, actually that is the same direction. Yeah, I confused myself. So we're going to have it coming around here, so I just had a bit of a flower coming out there. That's the one that's going to be popped up. I'm just going to have one there underneath, one there, a few leaves sticking out. To finish that off, and then the final touch is a butterfly like so, and I'm just gonna kind of see, I might attach the top before I do the finalizing of this, just so I get it all in the right place. I think the butterfly might need to go over there, so I'm going to do that one after I've stuck this one down. So I'm just going to get all those stuck in place. So that's that all stuck down. We are going to do some finishing touches, but for now I'm going to stick it onto here and then stick it onto here. So I am loving this colour. I've always been a fan of Bermuda Bay. You can tell that because it's in an old style impact, so it was one of the first I bought. I have updated some of them from my original ones. There we go. And then this is just going to get stuck on this lower half, and it fits it exactly to the edge. So we're just going to take that out. So just put glue around this. I think sometimes when you see these fancy fold cards you think, oh, it's really hard, really complicated, but actually quite easy. Easy to get confused as well. Do find myself getting confused. It's not hard really, is it? There we go. So that's going like that. So I think I want the leaf going off in that direction, actually. So I put the leaf off in that direction there. I'll have that up there. That little one over there, that little one there. A few leaves. Coming down. And then might put the butterfly up there. I think that is what we want. Or should I have the butterfly there? No. We'll go over there, we'll have a leaf here. So, I'm going to drag this off and stick those bits down. I think it was important to sort of help sort of visualise where it's all going to go. So, I'll just speed this up. So that's them all stuck down. So now I can adhere this to the base there, and then that will stand up like so. Yep. So put some Tombow on the back. So there is quite a bit of die cutting. It didn't take too long, and I think this makes a really nice special card. For someone. Like that. And then we just need a few little finishing touches for the butterflies, and we need an eye for the birthday. The die does cut out an eye, but I always like to use a little dot. So I've used Bermuda Bay blend and coloured the pearls. So that one on its own is going on the eye, and then we're going to stick 3 down the bodies. This is the originals. I found this packet, as you do, so I'm just cutting it because they're joined together so that we can take them out and stick them down the butterfly. And I think it's these finishing touches that make it go really wow. And so are so worth adding. Always one in there. There we go. So that's my little fancy fold card. So I kind of deliberated a long time over the fancy fold. I had 2 that I was doing this month. So I am really looking forward to this blog hop so I can see what everybody else has done. So that's it going that way, that's it going that way. Make up your own mind which you like best. Quite liking that. That's going to look nice in photos. And yeah, so I hope you'll give it a go and realise that it's actually quite straightforward to do. And I will, the link to my blog down below, I'll link to all the items that I've used, so you'll be able to get them in my shop. And if you buy the Perennial Pretty Perennial bundle, you will have spent enough to get this paper for free, but the offer does end tomorrow. Ends on the 28th of February. Yeah, and it 10 to 10, I want to say. 10 to 10 at night is when it ends. So yeah, I'll link to the blog, so you'll be able to see, hop along on the blog hop and see what everybody else has done. There's always amazing projects to have a look at, and I will see you again tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.